Hello, children. How are things coming along? Hope you are doing well. Let's move on to our topic I Will Fly. It's an inspirational speech delivered by APJ Abdul Kalam. The lesson begins with a poem. When I wish upon a star, makes no difference who are. Anything my heart desires will come to me. It reminds us of Paulo Coelho's famous quote in Alchemist. It is like this: when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. Dear friends, I realize how the contributions of the youth in the past have continuously contributed to the world of today in many fields. I would like to assert that no youth today needs to fear about the future. Why? The ignited mind of the youth is the most powerful resource on the earth, under the earth, and above the earth. Dear young friends, I would like to talk to you on the topic I am born with wings. In this speech, Kalam says that the youths do not want to afraid of their future because they have an ignited mind with which they can conquer anything. He is going to talk about I am born with wings. Ignite means to inspire intense feeling in one's mind. This is an ignited mind, something burning in their own mind. Ignited Mind is a book written by APJ Abdul Kalam. We know that he has dedicated this book to an intermediate school child named Snehal Thakkar, whom he met at a school while talking to his students. A question had come up: who is our enemy? Kalam recalled that many answers came up, but the answer on which all agreed came from Snehal Thakkar. Our enemy is poverty. Do you want to know Kalam's 3-step guide to achieve goals in life? Do you want? Okay, I will tell you. First one is finding an aim in life before you are 20 years old. Second one is acquire knowledge continuously to reach this goal. Work hard so you can defeat all the problems and succeed. If you are also following this guide, you will also surely succeed in your life. Before Kalam is going to deliver a speech on I am born with wings, he gives an account of an incident which happened in the past. Last year, I went to a village to inaugurate a program called Shastrayan, which means the propagation of science. The mission of Shastrayan was to ensure the preparation of about 2,000 students from different schools towards making them eligible to be engineers, scientists, doctors, qualified managers, and civil servants. This action would in turn empower about 2,000 families of the village. My inaugural address to a mixed audience consists of 5,000 students and their family members was on the topic Science Empowers the Nation. For the inaugural address, he was talking about the topic Science Empowers the Nation. During the question answer session, a teenager asked him a twisting question. The teenager told him that he did not have self-confidence. His ambition is to become a marine engineer. He wants to achieve his dream and wants to succeed in his career. In the end, he asked Kalam how he can achieve his dream. After my address, hundreds of hands were raised for asking questions. Due to the limited availability of time, I selected 12 students at random, from the last row to the first, to ask questions. I would like to share with you one question of great concern which was asked by a student. The question was from a teenager who had come from a faraway village. He was nervous and a typical representative of youth of India. The boy began speaking. Sir, I don't know what I should ask. I am nervous. I have not asked any question in my class. I need to have confidence, but I have not gained any confidence through my education during all these years. I am afraid to talk to my teachers. I am afraid to talk to my friends. Whenever I talk, I compare myself with other students and their elegant dress. Please tell me, I want to become a marine engineer. I want to travel in a ship. I want to be the captain of the ship. I want to build the engine of the ship. Shall I be able to do all these, sir? How can I achieve this mission? What should I do? When the boy completed the question, the entire audience and the dignitaries on the dais, including the chief minister, were looking at me, wondering what Kalam was going to say to the sincere question of a young village boy. I thought of it, and breaking the silence, I said, "My dear friend, you have put the most difficult question among the many questions that I have received from the millions and millions of students whom I have met. I value your question. I know you are echoing the fear of many." Hearing this question, Abdul Kalam told that the teenager echoed the voices of millions of children all over India. Many kids do not know what will happen to their future. Sometimes we are also like that, right? And they have confusion whether they can achieve their dream without any hindrance or not. Then he recites a poem which is titled as "I Will Fly," which tells that every human has potential, goodness, confidence, imaginative power, and has the right to conquer their dream because, as the poem suggests, I have wings, I will fly. This is a beautiful poem. When you lack confidence, just recite this poem. You will get immense confidence. By heart this poem. That's good. I will recite this poem. I'm born with potential. I'm born with goodness and trust. I'm born with ideas and dreams. I'm born with greatness. I'm born with confidence. I'm born with wings. So I'm not meant for crawling. I have wings. I will fly. I will fly and fly. Then in the last part, he is talking about a significant part in the speech, that is unique you, importance of uniqueness, how to create a unique you. Young friends, let me discuss with you how you can be unique. I have so far met 15 million youth in a decade's time. I learned every youth wants to be unique. That is you. But the world all around you is doing its best day and night to make you just everybody else. In your home, dear young fellows, you are asked by your parents to be like the neighbor's children for scoring good marks. When you go to school, your teacher says, "Why don't you become like the first 5 rankers in the class?" Wherever you go, people say you have to be somebody else or everybody else. Now, dear young friends, how many of you would like to be unique yourself? The challenge, my dear young friends, is that you have to fight the hardest battle which any human being can ever imagine and never stop fighting until you arrive at your destined place, that is a unique you. Then Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam says that everyone is unique. Most of the children have a desire to be unique, isn't it? But it is the society, including parents, does a comparison of one individual with another. The result is that everyone becomes bandwagons and a few people will be unique. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam ends his speech by saying that the greatest challenge of today's generation is how to create a unique you. Throughout his speech, Abdul Kalam stresses the need for you to be you. He has put it very nicely. He says that your parents will tell you to become like the children of the neighbor because they think they are better than you. Your teachers will tell you to become like the students who get the top ranks because they think they should be your models. Thus, the society advises you to be like somebody else. Nobody seems to want you to be you. Here comes the difference between others and Abdul Kalam. He tells us not to copy anybody. God has made each one of us unique, and so we should try to remain unique. Only then we can develop our maximum potential. Abdul Kalam himself followed his advice. That is how he became the missile man of India and one of the great scientists of the world. Abdul Kalam tells us that each one of us is born with potential, ideas and dreams and wings. So each one of us must fly. If everybody flies, does his best, the nation will progress. Today we are not progressing because we spend our energy fighting among ourselves, trying to prove whose religion is better, whose region is better, and whose language is better. Kalam wants people to be true to themselves and do their best. Is it clear, children? Thank you. Have a nice day. We can meet in the next class.